back with another replay for you. It's going to be a Bretonnia versus Greenskins showdown here in the grand finals of the SFT hosted by Outer Region. Big props to him. Hosting events is pretty stressful, so appreciate the opportunity that anybody's presenting to get in here and play some good games, man. Anyways, gonna jump into the builds here. Azag with Saga Slashes and get on with it. Just maybe a little immobile, but good blob fighter. Good stats. Not the best melee defense, but difficult to get and pin on foot. Gonna be bringing Buna there, as you can see. Gonna be really good against knight type units. And horde build. I don't even know what else to say. 4 squig herds, 4 orc boys, 4 savage orc boys, and then it's going to be 2 orc biggins back here. So very heavy metal build, absolute commitment to the rush. And it's going to be against a pretty flimsy Bretonian front line from what I see here. Peasant mobs, spearmen at arms, pole arms, and yeah, that's about it. Green Knight and Fae. The Fae is a pretty good choice. She does have a Mortis Engine effect that's pretty effective. Certainly good over a period of time. Oh, she's got Dwellers Below, Favor of the Fae, and Chalice of Potions. This Chalice of Potions might end up being a big X factor. If you can get a good pop on one of these expensive biggin units, then maybe you can swing it the infantry fight in your favor with maybe a Terror Rat or 2 from the Green Knight. Although it'll be a little difficult to do with the good leadership buffing from Azag. So just gonna get it moving a little bit. There's a Grail Relique. Oh, and a Blessed Trebuchet as well. But back to the Green Knight. Green Knight is a really nice unit. He's going to be able to hunt Azag down if he gets the right engagements. He's insanely tanky, pretty much invulnerable to anything that's not anything that doesn't have magic damage. He's practically invulnerable to him, and he's got 70% resistance to non-magical attacks. So that's pretty terrifying. He's also got, he does have the Sacred Guardian, so if he's in a forest, he can heal up. That's pretty nice. And yeah, you're gonna see what he can do. He also provides terror, like I said, so maybe he can get a good smack into the side of a unit here and start terror-ratting some greenskin units. And if that happens, then you can chase him down with knights. We'll see. No knights coming out yet. It's an interesting choice. Battle Pilgrims instead. I mean, not a bad decision. They're certainly a little bit made of much sterner stuff than the average Bretonnian peasant. And these guys have full cap weight, so maybe it'll be make it a little bit more favorable for Bretonnia on the points. We'll have to see there. But Greenskins taking the middle. Bretonnians have their side point, and this side point going to the Greenskins. Ooh, an early charge in with the Fae, going right into the Orc Boys in the front line here. Following it up with the Green Knight, not a bad idea. You can probably just blob a bunch of stuff up on him and get out of here if you want to. But a huge Dwellers Below coming in here, actually. We'll see how much damage this does. It's nailing 3 units here. That is about as good of a cast as you can ask for there. Oh my goodness. Huge, huge, huge AoE damage going in here. Some Blessed Stones coming in from the Trebuchets, doing a good bit of work to those Orc Boys there. But it's gonna be pretty bad once these guys make contact. The damage is not too shabby. I'm not 100% sure if it's going to be enough, though. There is a terror route going down here, and these squig herds are down to half health and rampaging right now. The Green Knight could stick in here and probably just keep all these guys trapped up if he really wanted to, but it looks like Czarix wants to help out his front line a little bit. Going after the squig herds is a good idea. These guys are really annoying and can do a lot of damage in a burst against infantry targets. Chalice of Potions coming in. We'll see. Oh, good micro here, though. Big B's moving his units out of the way. It's going to miss, for the most part. Eclipse the edge. Taking about 20% out of this unit isn't too bad. But I don't know if these peasant mobs are going to be able to hold up much longer. Peasant mobs here already getting pushed off, taking massive casualties to the savage orcs, who only have 642 value here, despite routing an entire unit. You'll love to see it. Bretonnia in a nutshell. The battle pilgrims. These peasant mobs are retreating away from the orc boys and the squigs, but spearmen and battle pilgrims should win this fight. We'll have to see what's going on there in a minute. Oh, and Grail Knights have come out onto the field now. Big call-in. Very expensive unit, but if they are able to get some good charges here, they might easily be able to carry the game. These guys are so juicy. Have ward save here. Perfect vigor. Perfect vigor is absolutely filthy in domination mode. I mean, the games go for a long time, and this keeps your leadership at full value at all times, and don't suffer the melee attack and melee defense penalties and speed penalties as well of being tired, you know. Not looking too good here. The capture weight is starting to flip on this objective here, and the wall is coming down. That's going to be a big spike for these greenskin units. They're going to be tearing apart these Bretonnian peasants at an even faster rate than they already were, and if the Bretonnia doesn't protect this back objective, they lose it and start getting triple capped, it might end up becoming a little unmanageable for them. Broken Tusk Mob breaking through into the back line here. Really good play. Maybe going to jump onto the the yeoman archers back here, or maybe a Buna coming down, and the Broken Tusk Mob intercepting the Grell Knight's retreat out, taking big damage in return. But with the damage coming in here from the Buna and the, oh my god, all these infantry, Biggins, Orc Boys, armor-piercing anti-large attacks coming in here as well. These Grell Knights might be in big trouble, and they're routing already. Oh no. That's devastating. That's a huge loss there for Czarix. I don't know what he's going to do to get his way out of this one. It's not looking hot at all. He's lost his side point here. Calling in magic here of Chalice of Potions. Yes, Chalice of Potions coming in here. This is a huge blob of infantry. It's going to do massive damage to land square. Wow. Oh my god. Oh no. Huge rout here in the middle for the Greenskins. This might be the opportunity for the... on another Grell Knight unit. This is definitely the opportunity that Bretonnia is looking for. He really... he's trying to path back over here onto the side point. That's... I don't agree with that at all. Just stay here and charge down these Orc Biggins. This is your opportunity to kill an isolated infantry unit. If you can start ping-ponging around with these expensive cavalry, I think this is how you would get back in this game here. Another Buna coming down here on the Grail Knights. Charging in here. They are doing decent damage, but taking a really fat direct damage spell like that is going to spell disaster yet again for this unit. Grail Knights over here. They are killing these squig herds running around in the backfield. The problem... he's down by quite a bit on the damage value. It's a little bit closer just because he's getting good healing on Grail Knights and the like. But his infantry corps is looking pretty mediocre, although he's getting a big rout here on the side now. Oh, it looks like it was a terror rout from the Green Knight here, getting in on Azag a little bit too, doing some damage, maybe sniping Azag and retaking the side point here. He is getting the cap weight back. If he can just hold here and maybe kill Azag, I think that Bretonnia can grind back into this match. Grail Knights charging into the Orc Boarboy Biggins here. Not a super favorable trade, but a necessary one at this stage of the game. More Knights of the Realm coming in. Maybe these guys will be able to help swing the tide in. If he can just keep these Grail Knights, if he can get these Grail Knights back and get a few Earthbloods cast on them, get them back up to maybe, you know, like half health or something, then maybe the Knights of the Realm can come in here and start trying to carry this game here. He really needs to secure an objective here, though. Poor Polearms, not doing too hot, getting rear charged by some Savage Orcs. And immediately folding on leadership and going to be routing. They're going to be killed completely, I suppose, there. Although, Bretonnia Knights coming into the middle, most of the Greenskin infantry is out here, and they don't have a lot of mobility. So if he can cap this middle objective here and hold it somehow, I'm not sure what with. If he can do that, if he can capture this middle objective and slowly grind down the Greenskin blob here, then maybe holding the double cap until he can capture this back objective will be enough to where he can start swinging the ticket total back in his favor. Because right now he's in triple cap territory. I mean, there's no other option. You're going to have to take all 3 objectives at this stage of the game. And that's going to be easier said than done. Not a lot of infantry, but some battle pilgrims coming out might be able to do it. I would not try to push through the Orc Boar Boys here. He's probably busy microing elsewhere. He's got the Green Knight fighting some Boar Boy Biggins. That's a good call. I want a big counter charge on the Swamp Things here. These guys are going to get dumped. Oh my god, they're getting wrecked by these Knights of the Realm. That's a huge pick. That's evening up the value by quite a bit here. Routing already. Smacking into them. If he can ping-pong over and get rid of these Boar Boy Biggins, this infantry that is on the objective here is going to be incredibly vulnerable to the Bretonnia Knights here. But the middle objective is still held by the Greenskins. Did not realize. That's really not good for the Bretonians here. On a big counter of Squig Herds and the Broken Tusk Mob coming out. I think they're going to get on just in time. Yeah. Able to just... Wait, no, they're still capping it. Bretonnia getting the objective here, that's huge. That's going to give them a little bit more time to work with. Battle Pilgrims engaging off to the side here, still trying to push through. That's really not a very good decision. Getting the charge attack here on the Boar Boy, or not on the Boar Boys, but on the Orc Biggins, and doing damage to them is much more worth it now. You really need to get rid of the Greenskin infantry. Right now, he's just feeding value on a pretty expensive infantry unit into these much more elite infantry. You can see here, this one was actually fighting and did a pretty good job of cleaving through that unit. They were pretty tattered, but it's better than nothing. And looks like some leadership problems coming into play for the Greenskins here. And it looks like Azag is gone. I don't know if he got unsummoned or if he died. Let's check their leadership out here. Just damage sustained. I think Azag got unsummoned, which is a good call from the Greenskins player. All of his magic was probably used up from the few Casabuna that I saw. So unsummoning him and just keeping the opportunity to get leadership bombed is a pretty good call. Maybe a little gamey, but you work with what you got in this game. And I really can't complain too much about it. Knights of the Realm fighting the Squig Herds. Not a great trade for them. These guys are these Squig Herds, just with the AP that they provide, really laying in on these pretty expensive Knight units. A good charge from the Broken Tusk Mob into the Knights of the Realm. It's going to be a bit of an even trade there, but that's going to be very much in the favor of the Greenskins if it's even. Bretonnia really needs to win hard here, because, I mean, they do still have this objective, just barely holding on to it. They are swinging the back point here now with some a few remaining Battle Pilgrims and Men-at-Arms, but just so many tattered Greenskin infantry units rallying onto the point here, and some big Boar Boy Biggins coming back in here in the fourth quarter. Gonna get a big rear charge here onto these Battle Pilgrims, and that might tank their leadership enough to send them running. At the very least, probably gonna lose their Frenzy here. Yeah, you can see right there, Procs attack in the rear, tanking leadership, and I don't know if they're gonna hold on long enough. If they can survive, maybe there is a chance here, but I don't think so. Yeah, points lead is just too much. It's nearing the 11th hour here, and some Mounted Yeomen are not quite going to do enough to cap this back point here. Pretty good play, though. I mean, summoning them on the Vanguard point, creeping them up through the forest. Pretty good response, though, from Big B's. He's been on point with his micro. I mean, swinging all of these infantry and cavalry units around in such big numbers is an absolute hectic mess. And he has made some great plays. That first contact here in the woods between Broken Tusk Mob and those Grail Knights with Buna at the same time, that was probably the play that won the Greenskins this game, quite honestly. Bretonnia did a pretty good job of trading back into this game once the magic was donezo. So I think if he had maybe just brought out Knights of the Realm first and the Buna gone down on these guys, then the Grail Knights probably would have been able to upswing their trades much better. They got decent value for how heavily they were countered. 1,900. It's not good for their price point, but considering what they were having inflicted on them, that's about as much as you can ask for. Probably a little bit better, so I think if the Knights of the Realm are just maybe committing to some foot squires and trying to kill the Greenskin infantry a little bit more efficiently, might have done a little bit better. But hindsight's 2020. And Czarix did a great job of making a show of that game there. It was pretty ugly there in the early going. Didn't get much better for him, but there at the end, he definitely had an opportunity to get back in that game. I think if he had been able to hold on to 1 point throughout that and then swing the middle there, he might have been able to get a W. But well played to Big B's, our SFT champion. Gonna get some points on the board for himself in the Total Tavern leaderboards. And, yeah, bragging rights. Beating top players at this level is not easy, so any wins that you're getting feel pretty good. So yeah, that's going to be it for this one, guys. I'll see you later. GG's. Peace.